Hi, everybody. I'm Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive, and today I have with me my good friend Bree Swanson, Small Medium at Large. And we recently did an episode together on the Awakening Journeys series in my channel. By the way, thank you for coming to my channel. And if you like what you hear today, like and subscribe. We're trying to grow this, so I'd love to have your support. But we were talking the other day during Awakening Journeys and discovered we have a common love of crystals. And we thought, oh, let's talk about crystals periodically. So today is our first time to do this. The Crystal Pack and Mama's here. We're going to be telling you all about the crystals that you can use to better enhance and develop your intuition. So I thought that would be fun. So, Bree, I think I will let you kick it off with the one that you said was your favorite. It's also a really big one of mine. So go right ahead.
All right. So my favorite crystal, and I've been working with this crystal all year. Um, and this is the one that my guys were like, okay, you need to do some serious work with this crystal. Is fluoride.
Ooh, yellow.
So fluoride aids in concentration. It helps with stimulating. It's actually called the psychic vacuum. So it helps get rid of some of that bad stuff, that negativity, and it draws the positivity in quite nicely.
Nice. That's great. And it comes in a ton of colors. I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
I always thought of it like this, with like a little purple and white and green. And so you've got a green one. So,
Oh,
but I mean, it comes in pink and all kinds of other colors too.
yeah. I've got a little purple one here too.
Oh, that's a really pretty, just purple. Very
Yeah.
nice. So that's like a pocket stone or a palm stone.
Yes. So this is a palm stone that you can use during meditation um,
Hmm.
to facilitate that sense of calm. And it's very, very psychic stone. Helps you get new
Absolutely.
insights and it helps you just neutralize the energy. I lovingly call it the enchanted therapist.
Yeah, I've always thought of it as the healer stone, ever since I started doing Reiki. And I always have one on hand in my Reiki practice and just sort of walk around and touch the aura of my client, with the Reiki, with the fluorite. So I love it for that too. But I
Yeah,
like that name.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, by the way, I want to just point out that as I've been taught, it affects. We wanted to talk about the chakras with y'all and let which of the chakras. Most of them are going to be the upper chakras because with tuition, it's everything from the throat to the ears to the third eye to the crown and above. So with this one, it works with all of them.
Mhm.
That's why another reason why I think it's Bree's favorite. It's great all-purpose stone.
Yes, it is it's very multi-use. Okay.
Yeah.
I Someone came into the crystal shop that I work at and I guess they weren't necessarily feeling the best and that was the stone that they gravitated to and I
Yeah.
yeah, so everything's good. So they just needed some fluorite.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. And that's another, the energy goes where it needs to go thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know if any of y'all have ever walked into a crystal shop and just had a stone call to you. It's because, your soul is calling out to it. So pay attention to those little signals if you ever find yourself around stones and you're just really drawn to a certain one.
And sometimes they start screaming at me. They will
Yeah.
literally scream, pick me
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. That's why I have these two big ones behind me. I went into a shop every day. Well, not every day, but every time I went into the shop, these two stones were out and I could feel them. Like I could feel the energy on my back as I was just standing there and I'm looking in the counter at different things and they were like going, hey, hey, hey. So now they're here. They're mine. I saved up. I got them and they bathe my back every time I sit down to do a reading. So that's pretty cool. Enjoy that.
And I'm
So
also,
back to, oh, go ahead.
oh, no, you're good. You're good. I'm also a firm believer too of with crystals, if it's meant for you, it is meant for you. If for some reason you go to a store and you find that it's gone, the crystal that you wanted is gone the next day, possibly something better or different stone is going to come in, do more more work with you.
Yeah. You can look up the message for that stone. Maybe it was just there to give you its message, and read about its properties. But then there's probably another stone that you really should be working with instead. Good point.
Or the same stone, but like maybe it looks different, or maybe, it's shaped differently. Instead of a sphere, maybe it's a tower,
Yeah. Yeah, good point. So next, I think, why don't we talk about rainbow moonstone? I love this stone because number one, it's Archangel Haniel's stone, and I'm really a big fan of the archangels, and we'll probably do another video just on the stones for the archangels, but I love it for that. It's also, a divine feminine energy attractant, that pulls all that divine feminine in. Oh, that's a lovely moonstone. Yeah. And I've got a ring that I wear quite a bit. It's this one. And it has kind of an opaly sheen to it when you see it in person, when you see it in the light. Yeah, see, and I've got one here see, it looks clear from the side, but it's actually milky and iridescent from the front. Yeah, that's pretty. That's a pretty ring. So, what it's about is activating your inner knowing. It wakes up your psychic senses. It helps you with also clear sensing. So that would be your inner knowing is your claircognizance if you're in touch with the clairs or know what they're about. And then the clairsentient or the clear feeling is also a really good stone or a really good thing to be enhanced with rainbow moonstone. So it has a way of helping you detach from your personal feelings and just channel whatever it is that the guides want you to know. So that's a really good one. I use it a lot for readings because that's the big part of my reading is setting myself aside so that I can be a channel for spirit or for your guides or, for whomever I'm bringing in a message from. But it's really good for pulling back the veil, so to speak, from the visible world that we see and the invisible world. That's that parallel realm that runs alongside of the 3D realm where we're all doing Earth School. Because it's, we need to remember that what's unseen, the hidden reality matters just as much as what we can see, the visible reality. So I love Rainbow Moonstone for all of those reasons. Now, it's really good for your solar plexus, chakra because of the way that it affects your clear feelings, but mostly your third eye and your crown chakra are really enhanced with using Rainbow Moonstone. So I don't know do you have any other tips for Rainbow Moonstone for them from your perspective?
I feel like I buy like a little tumble of rainbow moonstone every time I go through. Like I have that feeling of like I'm starting something new. I have this, new thing for you, and I feel like it really helps. It really helps bridge the gap, and I lovingly call it the Aladdin stone.
Nice. You do have nicknames for all these stones.
Little nicknames for them, just so I can help. I can remember what they do and. It kind of makes me feel comfortable with them. So
that's awesome. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so why don't you pick another one? We've got several in our little tool belt today.
All right. So let's talk about blue kyanite.
Oh yes, let's do.
So blue kyanite, and you can see that this piece is a little bit often rough. It looks like
this is what it looks like in rough form. I think Bree's got a really pretty tumbled one. This one is just kind of rough and raw. And it does come in several different shades of blue and green. Oh, what a pretty ring. That's nice.
Yeah. And then comes in a bracelet. You can have it in a bracelet too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. So it really helps third eye, heart chakra. It's also really great for the throat chakra because it aids in communication. So when you're working as a light worker, it really helps you deliver a very clear message to your clients. And it helps give you this, there's such a magic with blue kyanite, and it's very connected to the astral realm, and it's a very telepathic stone. So if you're working on telepathic skills, you can use that to help aid in your practice.
That's really good. And if you're holding space for someone to try to reinforce their intention, you can meditate with this stone, put it in the palm of your hand while you're holding space and reinforcing their intention. It's good for that. And it really especially works well for the heart and the throat chakra and the third eye, and great meditation stone as well. So I like it for meditating.
Yeah. It's a beautiful stone, and it's very, very correlated with Archangel Michael, which I really like too.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Archangel Michael,
Yeah.
he has a stone that's just for him. In my little list of Archangel stones, and it's SUGILITE.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it's purple. Trying to get it to where you can see it without my arm in the background. Yes, you've got a really bright purple. This
Yeah.
is more of a darker flat purple. And then I've got a little ring with it, but it's again dark. So, but it's a beautiful stone. It's a protector stone, and it's just really good for the third eye, good for the crown chakra. How do you use it, Bree?
So I love using it pretty much every day. It just gives me more of that awareness that good things are coming. And it's interesting because for me, it has some of those qualities of blue kainite, and it also kind of has some of the qualities of fluorite as well. But it has a different feeling to it, especially when you're around it. I feel like you'll just feel it, and it's like, oh yeah, it hits different, but in the most loving, peaceful, calm way. But
It is very soothing.
It connects things through the heart chakra, and it really opens things up for you to have that clear communication with, especially, like, I love using it during mediumship. So with the spirit world, it really just draws things in quite nice.
Yeah, for me, it's really about if I'm going out somewhere and, somewhere new or somewhere that I'm maybe a little nervous, I'll take it because it's very calming and very soothing and very protective. And I'll either wear it or take it in my pocket. I love that stone.
Yeah.
So let's see what next. You want to stick with the purples and do CHAROITE?
Yeah, let's do try. Yeah.
So I don't have a sample for that sitting here. Oh, good. That's a pretty one. Yeah, that's beautiful.
One. And then I got this one too.
Ah, gorgeous.
Good.
It's like in its raw form, but just like shaved.
Yeah, it's cool because
very pretty. Very pretty. And now CHAROITE is also third eye and crown. And it, to me, I use it for like when I can feel like I'm about to up level, or if I've just kind of had some kind of spiritual awakening or some kind of an ascension. That's the stone that I'm drawn to kind of hold on and integrate that new up leveled feeling and way of being. It's also good for acclimating to the higher vibration of the new level. That's really good for that. So, do you have specific ways that you like to use it? This is always so fun learning how other people use their stones.
So I like, at least with this one, I just felt that I needed something to charge my stuff on. I use it as like a little charging plate for my crystals and whatnot. I've had some experiences with it, but and one of the first experiences that I had with it, one of my friends, he had one of his bracelets broke of CHAROITE, and he asked, and it was really cute. He really cool that he did this, and it's sweet. He went ahead and he got a coconut, and he put all the beads together and asked if I could fix the bracelets, and one of them was a CHAROITE bracelet. And this was one of the first times that I really, connecting with the stone and putting it all together. But
Yeah.
and it was perfect because this was a big transformational moment for him. It was time for him to move. So I fixed the bracelet, and I just, I gave it a blessing, and I said, make sure like that things go well and they're happy. And I just could really feel the power with the message that I gave, and with, the friendship. So very sweet.
Nice. Nice. Well, let's see. Before I forget, what else can we use to enhance intuition? I think Tanzanite would be a good one. Where's my Tanzanite? Here we go. Have a little baby Tanzanite.
I got a little baby Tanzanite too.
There, she's got a really pretty ring. I've got a necklace. It's a purpley blue stone. It's really quite see-through. It's very also reflective. When you see it in its raw form, it looks like a really dark purple with blue overtones to it. So, but it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous stone. And it's really good with assisting clairvoyance. So if you're trying to develop being able to see things in your mind's eye, it's wonderful for that. I love the way it helps connect with spirit and promotes communication with spirit. I think that it's really beautiful for that. So it's good for also helping you figure out if you're about to undertake a project, or if you're about to, just kind of try to get some clarity on something that you're considering. It's really, really good for getting clarity on who you are, what you want, what you're trying to accomplish. So I don't know if you have a different take on Tanzanite or not, but
Yeah.
there's always room.
Yeah. I mean, this was the stone this is actually the ring that I got for high school graduation. So
Nice.
I was wearing this stone before I knew I knew more and more about crystals. But even wearing it, I could feel that sense of calm, that sense of like the purification that happens with this stone. And it's just a really, it's not only beautiful to wear, but it's just beautiful in its energy as well.
It's a really soft energy. Yeah, very gentle.
Yeah.
Very gentle. And speaking of that, we also have iolite.
Mhm.
Iolite is another purpley stone, but it's see-through like Tanzanite, and that's a beautiful, beautiful example of it. I have a tiny ring, iolite ring. It almost looks black. It's so dark purple. And then I also have a charm. If anybody is familiar with Ganesha, Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. And that's actually a Ganesha carving in iolite. And it's so good for third eye. Oh, look at your ring. That's so pretty. It's really powerful ring to wear if you're going to be doing readings, or maybe if you're going to get a reading. It helps to get clarity, to see things clearly.
Mhm.
I love this stone. I wear this quite a bit. The charm especially. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. Um, this one, I always have it on my table for I'm doing at home readings. It usually stays with me at this desk. It doesn't really move anywhere else, but it's great for getting that really sharp, clear image. And especially with it being in the tower form, it's really just trying to bring in the stuff, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a really powerful stone. But I think probably the most magical stone, if we're going to talk about magic, and is labradorite. Gotta be, without a doubt, labradorite.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's got all the colors of the rainbow in it. I mean, this little ring doesn't really reflect it on the camera as much as it does in real life, but look at that. See, y'all? I mean, it's got gold and orange and reds and purples and blues and greens like chartreuse. Just amazing stuff. I've got a charm here so you can see the veining in it. This gorgeous, gorgeous magical property
Yeah.
stone. And it really helps increase all of your psychic senses, your awareness of your psychic abilities when you're just kind of like getting past the point of dismissing all those little nudges that are not really nudges, they're really messages. You know, this is a really good one to have. It's also terrific for activating your inner eye. Bree, how do you use it? What do you like about it?
I usually have this one on me 24/7, or I have it with me while I'm working. So this one, and I've got a green necklace. I've got bracelets with the multi-stone, and then it has the labradorite in it. Um, I use this for just about everything and anything. Uh,
Yeah.
and it's
I like to, yeah, it's wonderful. I wear this to work, if I'm going to be going out somewhere or back when I was still working in an office. This is really good because it's also a good deflector and transmuter of any kind of negativity that might be in your area, not necessarily directed toward you, but it just kind of helps keep it away, keeps you protected from that. And I've been told that it helps access Akashic records and, past life recollection. So I just heard that at a conference last weekend. So I'm actually going to be trying it out. Haven't had a chance to work with it and try it out. So I'm happy about that. But anyway, one of the things too, before we close, don't you think we ought to talk to people about like how to charge your crystals, how to cleanse them, how to take care of them? Many times when you find a stone, it might be in a crystal shop or it might not be. And
Mhm.
you just don't always get good information on the person that you get the stone from on how to properly care for it. So I always sage mine with smoke, but I know it's possible, to use sage mist if you want to just mist them, as long as you don't get them soaked and leave them soaked. Most of what we've talked about here today, it ends with an ite,
I
as Bree says. She says if it ends in a night, you don't want to get it wet. You don't want to soak it in water. And she's right. These are all pretty soft stones, and you could degrade the quality of your crystal if you leave it in water.
yeah.
So, like I said, sage smoke is good. The sage spray, if it's just a bit. But my all-time favorite that everybody has is moonlight. You can set it in a windowsill or maybe out on the porch, and you can let it sit and be bathed in full moonlight, and it'll be good and charged and last you for a good long time.
Yeah.
So, what about you? Do you have any other ideas on how to cleanse and charge crystals besides sage and moonlight?
So I love using selenite to charge and cleanse everything. So I sometimes I'll wear extra selenite on me and you can wear extra selenite on your wrist to charge the other bracelets that you already have on you. Um,
Hmm.
you can use a selenite bowl or plate, and you can put them in overnight, and they're great. Um,
Yeah.
and
You
then
can also, I have a wand. You can set it next to a selenite wand also to charge it. You reminded me, it was in the drawer.
yeah, or sometimes you can get like those little sticks too, and if you have enough, you can make like a little grid and then put
Uh-huh.
stuff in the grid. That helps you. Um,
That's really good. Yeah.
it,
And then, oh yeah, over here also on my shelf is a copper pyramid. This is a great way to cleanse crystals any time of the month, any time of the day. You can just set the stone right in here and let the copper pyramid do its job. They're really good about that. So I think that's maybe it. Oh, you talked about sound. You could
yeah,
also use sound.
you can use sound to cleanse your bowls.
Yeah.
So if you are, and I do this especially if I'm like going somewhere and maybe I forgot to put it in the selenite bowl, or maybe I forgot to charge it in the moonlight. I just take either my Tibetan bowl or my crystal bowls, my little alchemy bowls that I use. Um, and then I just play sounds next to it and
Mm-hmm.
get it to a good rhythm for like you can do it for a minute, 5 minutes, and then it's done, ready. You can take it
Doesn't have to be.
for a spin.
Yeah, it doesn't have to take a long time. You don't have to set everything out for 12 hours. You can set them out overnight in the moon, and that's just easy. I just do it because it's easy. But yeah, that's a great idea. I love sound. I like sound therapy to meditate with anyway. So, y'all, we're asking you to do us a favor. If you like what you're hearing, please let us know. If there's something else that you'd like to hear more about, crystals for different occasions, different topics, maybe a crystal grid class. We were thinking about we might offer how to do crystal grids. So please let us know in the comments what you might want to see more of, and we'll be back in touch with another episode, another video soon. Thanks again for coming to my channel, Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive. Please hit like and subscribe, and Bree Swanson will be here with me again soon. Thanks, Bree. It was great. Bye for now, y'all.